everybody, it's Christine, and it is day 13 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I'll show you the sketch. It is by Shannon Aller at She's Crafty. She does have a YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. She's got two photos, and then there's this horizontal kind of shelf thing with a little matching vertically thing, and then kind of hearts or, you know, some kind of embellishment stuff going up with the title at the top. And I've got some of this picked out because what I have is I got the P13 Forest Tea Party not too long ago because this was I got it from Peace Craft Love because y'all, these little animals were just so freaking cute, like the little deer and stuff. And the thing about Mente paper, or excuse me, this is not Mente. Why did I say that? P13. You get these they're the cutouts, or they're printed in here, and then you fussy cut them. And the back also had this same, the back, good Lord, I can't talk, cover had these same little cutouts here. So I have already gone through and fussy cut though, y'all. That took me quite a little while. I know some people love to fussy cut because it's kind of stress relieving and stuff like that. I'm not certain that's true for me. I did it, but yeah, it kind of makes me tired. But I did cut all these things. So, and I love this. Look at this little squirrel, y'all. That is too cute, right? And then there's a little fox. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. And I picked out these two pictures. This is my husband and my daughter. We were actually in Tennessee at Andrew Jackson's house. And my husband's making a silly picture face here, and he's not making a good picture, a good face for the picture, but you know what? That's his own fault. I take pictures. He doesn't want to be nice. They end up with funny faces. I have not picked out my background at all, at all. I feel like it's going to be a light colored one. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. I'll get into that. But I did get into my, for the little part that was, you know, horizontal shelf, I do have some Simply Gilded washi tape that just goes perfectly with this stuff, y'all. Look how pretty. I'll pull this out here so you can kind of see it. It's like a little wood grain with a rose gold foiling. And then there's a little plaid here. How pretty is this, y'all? Look, and it goes perfectly. So I'm going to use that. I don't know the title yet either. I have to figure that part out. So let me kind of figure some stuff out and I'll come back on. Be back. Okay, y'all, quick check-in. I have picked these two papers. I'm going to put this and mat it on the darker. And then I went ahead and actually pulled out one more washi tape because I realized her design had 3 different colors of like bars or whatever. So I thought to myself, I'll pull this out. And this is really pretty. It goes really well. It's got this little rose gold thing. And I think this will be pretty too. I'll figure out a way to use that. And so I pulled those out. So let me, I think what I might do is maybe use the dark to mat the photos as well. I got to play with that, but this is what I'm thinking. All right, I'll get started. Okay, you guys, so I have gutted my little dark green flowery, or I guess my plant paper there, and you can see that, and I mounted my photos on it, and then I trimmed down that lighter color by a 1/2 inch, I guess it is, and then I decided to scuff the edges. I just like how that looks. Now I'm going to put double-sided tape down here, and then your favorite clumsiest scrapbooker ever is going to stick the thing on the wrong spot. And I go, what are you doing? I didn't mean to do that. And I go to pull it up and I tear it and all the things, but it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm not going to be able to see because it's on the back, but I got really aggravated right here, y'all, because it wasn't supposed to stick. And I'm like, what are you doing? So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to have to fix that. You see where it's torn? Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to set this all down, and then I'm going to get my washi tape out in just a moment. And, y'all, I got to be honest, this turned out so cute. I'm not even going to lie. I knew the little animals were adorable, so it's kind of hard to go wrong with those little animals. But I'm not going to lie. I'm really happy with this. So, I decided to also scuff the edges of my photos here too, just to, again, kind of offer it some dimension. Now, I thought about putting it on foam, but after, you know, kind of thinking about my title and how I was going to do all the little animals and stuff, I thought, no, that's not going to work. So I'm going to figure kind of where these go, and then I'm going to pull the washi tapes out. And this doesn't take too much. I mean, you just have to, like, tear it, right? So, I think actually what I'm doing right now, y'all, is when I have this sketch on my iPad, I don't know how to change that. I should probably look it up, but I've got it where it goes off into sleep mode or whatever after like 5 seconds. So if I'm trying to look at the sketch at all, if I have a YouTube video playing, it'll stay on, and I let it go like in the upper corner or something. So I don't have to be necessarily, quote, watching the YouTube, although I do like to listen and watch. But it'll keep my sketch open for me. So that's why I'm messing with that. I have to kind of make the YouTube ads and stuff, hit skip or whatever. So, so here's where I'm taking my washi tapes, and I'm just kind of following the sketch a little bit, how she showed, alternating patterns and like alternating little places of ending or whatever you want to call it. They're kind of shifting back and forth. And I really love the little sparkles on this. And in the end, when I do the slowdown, I think you can see it. Like it'll, the little rose gold or the copper, maybe it's more copper. I think it's actually copper. Little copper foiling really shows up nicely, I think. So anyway, I just build that little set of strips there, the little shelf or whatever. And I think mine might be a little bit bigger than the sketch, but not by much. I think it's close. And then I'm going to do the side over here that goes up and down, vertical, duh. And then I'm going to start taking my little animals. No, lies. I'll pull the title out. I decided the title is going to be Family Laughter because my husband's making a silly face and my daughter's laughing, and it's just a fun picture. So I really liked it. Now that little set of titles there is an old Hip Kit collection. I've got like a whole box of title stuff. And I liked it. It was actually a fall collection, which is kind of appropriate because technically this is Christmas, but it's Tennessee, so it's not terribly cold or anything. And we were the colors go really well. I was kind of happy with it. I think it's not exactly the same or whatever. It's like a gray and then like I don't know what you want to call that. It's a really dusky browny purple, but it's not really purple. I don't know how to explain it. But it goes really well. It's like very kind of subdued colors, I guess. And so anyways, I decided to make this Family Laughter. I do have to shift my laughter over. No, I did that on the plastic. So I went ahead and shifted it. So it takes up the whole thing. Now, so technically that's a little bigger than title on the sketch, but I think that looks really cute. I'm so happy with that. So now I'm just going to kind of start organize these little animals. I don't end up using the deer or the little mouse, but I use the hedgehog, the squirrel, the rabbit, the fox, and the little bird. And I think these look so cute. Their little faces. If you kind of see it up close, their little eyes have like little glistening, and little noses have a little wet spot on them or whatever. They're just too cute for words. So I'm kind of using these in place of those hearts, if you can kind of figure that at this point. I do have to kind of fiddle around with the flora here. I have to kind of go pick in different ones because just some of them didn't lay the right angles, or it didn't look natural to me. Like you see that right there where I got that bird nest, it just didn't look right. So I'm going to have to kind of fuss around with these for just a second. So I'm going to cut away because some of it's just me fussing with what little greeneries are going to go and how can I make it look right and stuff like that. So I'm not going to make you sit through that, but you'll see in a moment kind of what I've got done there. So there's kind of what I've decided upon. Now in a moment, I'm going to try a new technique on this video, y'all, because I started to just kind of glue stuff down, and y'all may realize, or if you watch me at all, you'll realize I usually don't make you sit and watch me glue when I've got this many elements. It takes a while, right? You have to glue them all down, and I tend to do different dimensions. I tend to, like at the top, I'll usually add the foam or something to like the top part of it. And then I'll use like wet glue on the bottom part. Or sometimes ATG, but so I end up with kind of this cool, or I think it's cool, 3-dimensional look with the little pieces. And that takes me a little while. So in just a minute, it's going to cut over to a time-lapse video because I had it in my head. I glued a few pieces down. I cut away after I kind of got these figured out. And I glued up like the little bird section. I glued it, and then I glued some of the top. And then I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to try this time-lapse thing and let you guys kind of see when I'm gluing these pieces down what I'm kind of doing. So here's the time-lapse piece. So this is where you guys comment below and tell me if you kind of like this. You can kind of see where I'm using wet glue, and then you can kind of see where I'm using foam. And again, I don't know. It's still kind of quick here, though. So I can't change the speed on this, I don't think. If anybody knows, y'all let me know that too. But you can just kind of see where I'm using foam sometimes and wet glue sometimes. I will tell you the wet glue, I had trouble getting to stick to the washi tape. So that was all the gluing of all the things. And then I had one little phrase in my phrase book. It said, I love us. And I thought that was really cute. And she had like a little heart on top of one of the pictures. So I used that kind of instead of there. And then I got it in my head, you know what? I'm going to use some Nuvo dots. So I had to go check this color here. It's one of their pearls. I should have shook it or something because the first little bit comes out really, I don't want to use the word dry. That's not really accurate, but it does make the little points. And I tried, somebody had said one time, hey, tap underneath. And I tried that, see, but it didn't really affect it. I think it's because it was like at the top and it's kind of thick. So that didn't really do too much. But the longer I went, one of them kind of goes and squirts out. But then after that, it was a little more liquidy. So I feel like at the top might have been maybe a little bit dry. And maybe if I'd squished it or shook it or something. It's okay, though. It's not a big deal. I mean, I end up using it, you know, just fine. But I love this little color, too. It's a, I forgot the name, y'all. But it's kind of this soft, like, pearlescent, what is that color? Like a beigey kind of, but not. So I'll put little dots kind of all through my little clusters here of my little animals. And again, I wouldn't suggest to you that's kind of what she had in her sketches. But if you ever watch Shannon, you see she goes rogue all the time. So I'm not going to feel bad at all that I've gone rogue on her sketch, and I doubt she'll mind. So I've added my little Nuvo drops. Now I'm not going to be able to touch this for a little bit, which that's always a risk, y'all. If I set something down that's got wet stuff on it, we'll make sure. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Anyway, here's the slowdown. I think this turned out so pretty. I'm not going to lie. I think this is really cute. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you check out the playlist because there's going to be tons of people playing along. And it's really fun because you see how everybody differently interprets these sketches. So there'll be somebody that uses hearts, you know, and all the kind of things. So really fun stuff, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do, even not during 30 Days of Sketches, I put up at least 3 videos a week usually. So we will see you later. Bye.